Toy soldiers. You wake up to Father's touch on your shoulder. He's finally back home after a long trip. Here's our father, okay? This is our family. Robert Brante is our father. Stefan is our brother. He's of noble origin because Amalia was a noble woman, while we are the son of Lydia Brante, which is not a noble woman. Nathan is the newborn child. He was just born last year, I think. This is us, Tasto Brante. Okay, we are the son of a commoner, a lowborn, and a noble father, while Gloria is the son of just Lydia Brante, which is our sister technically, but stepsister. Okay, this is our family. Tasto! Today is your special day, the day when you begin your studies. Now teachers will be coming to our home to teach you, and you must do everything they say. Be diligent in your studies, and you will grow closer to the nobleman's lot. The lot is basically the caste. You are born in a lot. So I was born a commoner because I'm not the son of two noblemen. Okay, our brother Stefan instead, he belongs to the nobleman's lot because he was born to two noblemen, noble people. We don't. So he's the big guy. We are the bad one. And since you must remember this day, a present is in order. Lydia, get a little schoolboy dress. I'm taking him to the market district. Stefan wants to come with you too. Fuck you, Stefan. But father shushes him sternly. This is your day. Your elder brother is hurt to hear this, but stays quiet. An open carriage takes the two of you through the dusty, noisy city streets, a pleasant wind tussling your hair. Your city is called Anisot. Our mother is from Anisot, that you already know. It's one of the largest cities in the entire empire. There's a big shadow on the street. It comes from the white foliage of an enormous tree that spreads its branches all over the city. My son, did you know that the silver tree grew from the blood of our God's own disciples? I don't know. It's been growing here for hundreds of years, right in our city. It cannot be damaged or burned. Not even the clergy know why. The gods seems to be real in this world. The carriage comes to a halt by a small shop next to a city square. You run there and freeze by the stalls in excitement. The shop is packed with dolls and figurines and toys. You've never seen so many at once before. Have you chosen your present yet? Father asks. You have. You want the Holy Order set, which includes several figurines of the Empire's greatest warriors of all time. You rattle off everything you know about the Holy Order. They were the ones who aided the Emperor's own forces in seizing the province of Magra and storming our city. That's how we joined the Empire. Father nods in approval. Okay. The Holy Order. Okay. Very well. War isn't your lot for now. Maybe these toy soldiers will teach you to think like a general. We will lead them into battle and study military strategy. Go ahead, take your present. Having said this, Father turns away to examine the books. You run to the box of toy soldiers, delirious with excitement, but there's a fancy-dressed boy in your way. He's about to take your warriors for himself. He elbows you aside and reaches for the box. Anger overcomes you and you push him from behind. Your opponent falls to the floor. The rich boy screams so loudly everybody in the shop hears it. He hit me, he hit me. A tall tower of a man looms over you. This is the boy's father. But then you feel your own father's hands on your shoulders. What happened? You press against father, your mind more at ease now. He'll protect you. Yes, you shoved the boy to the floor in front of everyone, but he tried to take your present for himself. Father turns you around to face him when he hears these words. Is this true, Tasto? Did you strike the son of a nobleman? Sure. Yes, I did. Admit, no. It's not my fault. Yes, I'll tell him the truth. Let's go, Muramatsu. I know you're a man of class. I'll tell him the truth. Yes, I have nothing to fear from truth, right? And there we go, another page gets written without choice. It is unfair to blame you without letting you speak to. You didn't want to shove the stupid boy. Stupid Duolingo. He was the one who shoved you first. Yeah, it's like me with Portuguese. But the angry nobleman and the boy's father will not let you finish. Nobody cares a whit for your so-called truth, little lowborn. The law is the law, and your punishment is due. Your father nods in agreement, to these words, no matter how sad they may make him. Me class? Not enough, I don't think. Oh, that's such a classy response, Muramatsu. James Bond Muramatsu. Oh, look at that, man. They lead you and the nobleman's son out of the shop. You are told to bow or bow? It's bow, right? You are told to bow to him and show humility. Humility. A bad feeling sends a shiver down your spine. With a satisfied grin on his face, the boy swings his arm and slaps you on the cheek. He strikes you again and again. Enough. He got what he deserved. We're leaving. Get out of our way. Your head is swimming from the heavy blows. You return to your senses back in your bed, with servants treating your face. Father stays by your side all day. Fucking hell. I'm active now. My determination got +1. It's now 2, so I'm active. Your perseverance and strength of character, your ability to get your way, it affects your frame of mind and the skills you have when you grow up. See, I'm not spineless anymore. Just give me time to grow, man. I can't be born active. The morning after, you find a little box on your bed with the tin soldiers of the Holy Orders inside. You paid dearly for your stubbornness. I'm fine. There we go. 6 years, another year passed. Our childhood is almost over. Summer, the family dinner. Today, Father ordered the dinner table to be brought out into the yard. For the first time in months, his home, outside of the confines of his always locked study. He spent the entire day playing with Nathan and you, discussing various matters with Stefan, now an adolescent, I guess, and walking in the garden, and now at dinner under the open sky. Your entire family gathers together with Father at the head of the table, smiling. He asks each of you about your studies. Nathan climbs up on his knee and recites a counting rhyme in a funny sing-song voice. Stefan mentions that his fencing teacher praised his accomplishments. He rises from the table together with Father to show his skill in a practice duel. Next comes Gloria's turn. She's probably, the lowest of us all. because she's not even the daughter of our father. We don't know who her father is, but she's apparently 100% low status. She stands on her chair and recites a lengthy prayer by heart. Mother showers your sister with praise. Father chuckles quietly, hiding a smile in his mustache. When your turn comes, you recite all the ranks in the Legion, from common soldier to high commander. Stefan listens to you with a skeptical look on his face. Fucking Stefan. Night slowly falls, but the servants ensure that the yard is well illuminated. You don't feel cold in the dusk tonight. It feels good, yet so important. All of you are finally together, sitting at the same table. No fighting, just smiles. No arguing, just pleasant small talk. Then a servant approaches father with a letter in his hand. He reads it in the dim light, and each line gradually washes the smile off father's face until only a stone-cold mask remains. Mother looks at father with an unspoken question in her eyes. Robert Brante, yes, our father. Gregor Brante is coming back to Anisot. He's the head of our family. My father. Okay. So yes, grandfather is coming back to Anisot. Grandfather's return. Your grandfather Gregor Brante returned to the family home from the capital. Ever since the news of grandfather's impending arrival, there has not been a single day when the house has not been cleaned or decorated. Your parents anxiously make sure everything is in order. They tell you to wash your face and hands after walks and scold you for leaving books on the floor. They tell Gloria she'll be flogged if she is ever seen hiding in the attic. They make Stefan stay in his room. Even baby Nathan gets in trouble. Everyone is on edge. Then one day grandfather arrives. It's a grim day, so hot your neck is sticky with sweat. Father, mother, Stefan, Gloria, you and Nathan, the entire Brante family stands on the porch in front of the house. The house servants lined up behind you. The house servants lined up behind you. The carriage arrives, and out steps a tall, gaunt old man with a heavy walking stick and a heavier gaze. You cringe instinctively. Good health to you, father. Children, greet your grandfather as you have been taught. Gregor Brante. Still trying to look like a real nobleman, aren't you? You can't fool me, Robert. I was the first of the Brante family to be ennobled by the mantle, and I'm the only one who remembers how to bear this burden properly. I live honorably by my lot, replies Robert Brante. Gregor Brante. Your marriage to that low-born wench cut us off from ever becoming nobles of the sword. My progeny could have been born bearing noble blood. Father, I beg you, this is not the place. Grandfather eyes him with scorn and walks into the house, the entire family following close behind him. I've been away far too long. The entire house is a mess. This is an insult. How can you live in such a pigsty? Pigsty, Robert? The servants have grown far too lazy, all thanks to your commoner of a wife. I warned you, did I not? And yet you did as you saw fit. And the children, what do they know of tradition or honor? They are being raised in a virtuous family, father. And now you're speaking like a lowborn who's content to live in humility. Twins willing. Now that I'm here, the twins are the gods. Twins willing, now that I'm here, this will not happen again. I'm taking your oldest son to the capital. I see you cannot provide Stefan with the proper education, so I will correct your mistake. This is Team Nye. He's the first of the Team Nye. Your brother's fate has been decided just like that. Father does not object. He orders the servants to prepare Stefan for the journey. Stefan freezes in place, glancing at grandfather and father again and again. The latter puts a hand on his shoulder, reassuringly. Grandfather's lips are tight-lying, white with content. The house is examined room after room. Everything grandfather sees is showered with scorn. He scoffs at the crease on a blanket net in script in mother's bedroom. He mocks Gloria's knitting in her room. The door to your room is next. Gregor Brante, yes. What's this, Robert? Tin soldiers in your younger son's room? He was born a commoner. I want him in daydreaming of battle. Nye. Grandfather seizes the box containing the tin warriors of the Holy Order. Your father stays silent. Anger and fear boil within you. This is your big present from the first day of your studies. It means so much to you. But what if is right? What if you need to prove your right to command the toy soldiers first? Grandfather shakes his head in disapproval and shoves the toy box into the roaring fireplace. If you wait too long, they will melt in the flames. He's not a very pleasant man. No, he must be a Portuguese speaker. Oh, now due to our choices, these are locked, I guess. Oh, because we don't have enough determination or enough perception. See, we need 4 perception, we have 3. There we go. Okay, so we can just burst into tears or strike grandfather. There you go. Let's summon the voodoo, as if this poor Tasto Brante needed even more voodoo. Everything is going to shit in his life. Thank you, Slith. You're cruel. Such a cruel granny. We need you, granny, here. Well, I'm not gonna strike grandfather, I mean. No, I'll burst into tears. I mean, no, I won't strike grandfather. I won't strike an older man. No, I'm not that kind of guy. Voodoo for the grandfather. Ooh, that's interesting. Slith trying to mess with the story. Yeah, that would also be, watch them melt helplessly. And that would be also interesting, but, no. Burst into tears. You start crying, overwhelmed by the horrible sight. He will see the dancing woman in the nightmares. Ooh. Nice. I like your participation, guys. Yeah, I'll burst into tears. You watch your beloved present, the token of father's love and care, burn before your very eyes. The tin melts, the unpleasant smell of burning paint fills the air. For a moment, you cannot breathe, and you see no reason to maintain your composure. The tears start flowing, burning your cheeks and staining your shirt. You hide your face in your hands, and then you hear grandfather's voice, dripping with disdain. So the boy is a weakling, just like his mother. Now he distastes me. Yes, each other, I guess. I don't know if you were here for the first part, but yes, this is a game that kinda makes you angry. Yeah. Willpower -5. We are now at 0. Ready for action. Your remaining inner strength and readiness for action. You spend it on difficult choices. Dang it. Well, I'm not gonna hit him, come on, that's not a... Yeah. That was not an option, come on. I was a rebel, but I'm not gonna hit anybody. The master of the house. Soon grandfather leaves, your elder brother Stefan goes with him. From that day on, father's art teachers tend to you alone. They bore you with monotonous lectures on writing, counting, and the way of life in the blessed Archnian Empire, which is our empire. You often distract yourself from their instruction by playing with your younger brother, Nathan. I see. That's nice. Your home grows quiet without your elder brother. Too quiet. Weeks later, your family receives a letter from Stefan. Grandfather has sent him to a boarding school for nobles, and he is now studying hard in preparation for his service as a nobleman. Stefan. The rules here are way too strict. You can't even sneeze without the teacher's permission. But I've been studying with my peers. We're learning how to live as nobles in a noble society. We're also learning the art of swordplay. That's my favorite part. Our father is no real man. A man who would not defend his son is no real man at all. I kinda... yeah, I mean, not blindly. Muramatsu, obviously, but you know, we are in a very specific setting, right? The gods seem to be real. For example, the lot is everything. The lot is the class, so the caste, basically. So I don't know, actually. It's probably normal, right? It's us that are, you know, it's me, the player, that comes from a different world. That's the strange one, you know. Everybody else seems to be fine with this. It's just how society works. Just like maybe we think that working, having to pay to eat, that's normal. It's just how life is, right? There's no problem, right? But maybe somebody from a different society would find this incredible, right? So it's a bit like that. But that's actually something I want to see, if the game knows that I'm a player, because this kind of games usually don't know that you are a player. But yes, I come from a different world. I can't know how it is to live there. So I'm reacting based on my morality, which is Western, you know, etc., Christian maybe. So I think this game is smart enough to know that. But we'll see. With Stefan now at the boarding school, grandfather arrives once more, this time to live in your home. The only good thing is that he often has urgent business in Eterna, the capital of the empire, and has to travel there. One day you ask mother where he lived before. In Eterna, she says, but now his place is here. Each time grandfather returns, he gives the servants new orders. Your home is now always busy with repairs. The servants are redecorating grandfather's chambers, including his library and sitting room. Sometimes father tries to gently talk him out of this. Why subject the house to constant reconstruction? Godfather's answer is always the same. This home is mine, and I will live here as befits a man of the nobility. An illustrious guest. Some days grandfather stays home, and on those days you try your best to stay out of his sight. But there's no way you can avoid family breakfast. The food is there, but you cannot bring yourself to eat it. Mother's eyes are red and swollen. She had been crying all night again. Grandfather sits at the head of the table, where nobody used to sit before. Okay, Gabrielle, thank you for being here, huh? Thank you for spending even this day with me. Have a nice day, Gabrielle. See you tomorrow, yes, I hope. Thank you, really, thank you. Let me give you this. There we go. Robert, it's high time your youngest sons underwent their sacraments. Sir Brante, please. This is Lydia. Oh, thank you, Muramatsu, yes. Sir Brante, please, let them live free of the lot for a while longer. They are but... Shut your mouth! Robert, that wife of yours is impertinent enough to interrupt me. If this ever happens again, she'll be eating her gruel with the servants in the kitchen where she belongs. It's time you consider the real marriage, Robert. One to a woman of the proper station. Gloria drops her fork. Grandfather shoots her a scathing look. A tear rolls down mother's cheek. Father doesn't look away from the plate, his hands clenched into fists. Baroness Elodar is one such woman. She's a comely widow and a fine match. She's suing for her inheritance right now and could use proper support and an husband. You can keep your lowborn Lydia around if you like, servant, mistress, I don't care. I will not do that, father. I'm the head of this family, and the family's standing took a severe blow after you married the commoner. After you're married, that's a mistake, I think. After you're married that commoner. It's unthinkable. How could you give up the memory of beautiful Amalia Elborn for this lowly woman and that bastard child of hers? But now you have a chance to set things right. Don't disappoint me. Yes, a mistake. Nice. So strange. Father nods curtly, trying not to look in mother's direction. Father, I wish to see Stefan. If I find your conduct in the Baroness's presence satisfactory enough, then you may see him. She's coming for a visit tomorrow. Be prepared. Grandfather wipes his mouth with his napkin, throws it onto his plate and leaves. Mother's lips move silently. Nobody says a word. Then father stands up and orders you and the other children back to your rooms. He needs to speak to mother in private. Father comes to your room before bedtime. My God. He sits on the edge of the bed and adjusts a crease on the woolen blanket. He distanced himself from you after Stefan's departure, so you're not used to such attention from him. In the candlelight, you can see his face in the dark. There is a sour expression on it. My son, Baroness Emma Elodar will be visiting us tomorrow. Please be polite and treat her with respect. Nathan will do as you do. I want this dinner to be as immaculate as possible. Don't let me down. I have a bad feeling about this. On the next day, Mother starts dressing you and Nathan for the coming dinner. You see red all around her eyes. She has been crying, and for a long time. It hurts just to look at her. Nathan starts whining quietly. You and Nathan are dressed in new doublets, your tousled hair brushed into shape. Gloria is told to stay in her room. Father appears wearing his best suit. Mother is in a humble brown dress, looking pale. Grandfather has an uncharacteristically contented look about him. You hear the sound of wheels and hooves against the cobbles in the yard. Then a pair of dainty heels come clacking. The antechamber is completely quiet and still. Fearing grandfathers of Sir Brante, the door opens. Wow! You see your guest, a beautiful, dark-haired woman in a dress of elegant blue, deep blue. Man, Father, if you don't get it, can I? Can I have her? Please, Father? Just ride home, thank you, Enigmind. I hope you didn't miss anything. This is getting darker and darker. Father takes the hand of Lady Elodar and kisses it, showering her in compliments. Grandfather's face is beaming in her presence. No one even bothers to introduce Mother. Dang it! Baroness, allow me to introduce your Robert's son, Tasto. Hello. Nice to meet you. Can we have a little talk? Do we want to eat something? Can I show you my collection of butterflies? No. Baroness, allow me to introduce your Robert's sons, Tasto and Nathan Brante. Very good, then. Frankly, it's his eldest, Stefan, who deserves the most attention, but currently he's studying in Eterna with other young noblemen like himself. It's my hope that his younger sons will also make me proud one day. Grandfather eyes you with a probing look. How will you act in front of the Baroness? Will you accept her here, next to your mother, your father's rightful wife? I mean, can I have a piece? Father? You know, you got your wife. You know? Okay. I mean, I'm 6. Up until now, my relation with my mother is good, right? Yeah, +2 sympathy. Well, I can greet her, no problem. No, it's up to my mom to do that. Oh, no, no woman. No more, no woman. I'm not gonna do what you have to do, woman. You do it yourself. Nope. I take your side if you do that. But you do that. Right? Am I right? And by the way, have you looked at her? She's hot. She's freaking hot. Maintain your composure. You greet with restraint and avoid getting too involved in the event. Yeah, that's also good. That's also good. Yeah. I greet her and, you know, and that's it. You mutter a proper greeting to Lady Elodar and bow your head. Out of the corner of your eyes, you see Mother walking upstairs to her room. You, on the other hand, follow Father and Grandfather obediently into the sitting room. I'm fine with going with my mother. I'm just not doing it first. It's not that I, no. She has to do it. Yes, thank you, Slith. So, I didn't play the part, but I didn't take my mother's side without her doing anything first. That was the rationale. I'm fine with going with her now, If she leaves, I'm going with her. I'm just not the one that leaves first. She has to. She has to make a stand. Grandfather and Baroness Elodar engage in small talk over dinner. They discuss her inheritance litigation, and he advises her like the judge he is. Yes, our father is a judge. Grandfather is a judge. Father is... Yeah, well, he too, right? Yes, they're both judge. He's a senior judge. And he is in the prefecture. Prefecture. They discuss her inheritance litigation. Okay. Father is mostly silent, only getting in a word or two. Whoa. The morning after, Father leaves for Eterna with Grandfather to visit Stefan. He returns from the capital in a quiet rage. You overhear your parents talking. Apparently, Grandfather has already poisoned Stefan's mind against him, and he greeted Father with cold hostility. The name of Baroness Elodar is never mentioned in the house again. Willpower -5. I'm exhausted. Wow. The family is taking a toll on me. Just like in real life, I'm playing too much like in real life. The kaleidoscope. Okay. Yes, we'll go on. We'll do this story as well, and then maybe a little pause because all of this reading and stuff. Father now checks on your studies often and nitpicks you for sitting or eating or speaking in an incorrect fashion. Once he becomes so annoyed, he says that he wishes Stefan had been the one to stay home instead of you. You never expected to hear these words from your father, of all people. Grandfather's trip to the capital took longer than expected. It feels lighter around the house without his presence. You allow yourself a little change of scenery. Instead of your room, you now busy yourself with reading and calculations in the sitting room across from the open door to the yard. Gloria has joined you today. She has already helped you progress through several complex passages in the book. Right now, she seems preoccupied with a strange tube. Aren't you hurt by the way Grandfather treats you? You ask. Gloria just shrugs. Grandfather always says they should get rid of me. I'm used to it now. He hurts you a lot worse because you're closer to him. I just have to stay out of his way, that's it. She shows you the strange tube she has been holding all day. Look, it's a kaleidoscope. I got it as a gift. Want to see inside? Excited by the idea, you close the book and peer into the tiny hole on one end of the tube. Your eyes seize a multitude of intricate patterns. Each turn of the tube reveals a new web of interwoven colors. They mesmerize you. The kaleidoscope turns the fire burning in the fireplace into a cavalry made of flames. You are riding at the front of the fiery horsemen, ready to face the enemy. Grandfather's face emerges from the intersecting lines, and you swing the kaleidoscope like a sword, cutting it in half. Now you look at the blue sky through the window. The patterns are unending, secretive and calm, and peaceful. just like father's smile before grandfather's invasion. The deep blue gives way to a scattering of gold, radiating gentle warmth like mother's arms. This fleeting beauty too soon gives way to a hypnotic new pattern. Again and again you see your family in these interconnecting figures as they come together and break apart. And in the middle of this golden glow, you see Gloria's green eyes gazing at you observantly. She has green eyes like you, Enig. Your sister left you long ago. The books are abandoned and time slips away unchecked, but you are still busy peering into the kaleidoscope. Order emerges from the chaos before your eyes again and again, but you cannot preserve it, no matter how you try. Oh. You are caught in an inner conflict. There is so much that can be done with this kaleidoscope. Should you take it apart, or ask Gloria how it works, or keep enjoying the patterns it shows you? But you still have lessons to do today. Sure. It's you. Okay, well, no, we have no real choice. We need willpower, we don't have it. Which is kind of fine, yes. I wouldn't return to my studies, yes. I don't have the willpower. Take the kaleidoscope apart. I've never been one of those guys that break things, you know, the future engineers and stuff. No, I wasn't that kind of... No. I enjoyed the thing. I didn't want to break them to see how they work, etc. I'm all for the experience, right? So yes, it makes sense. I would probably have chosen this. Keep looking through the kaleidoscope, yes. You keep playing with the kaleidoscope as visions of warriors bathed in glory reveals themselves before you. You continue peering in the ever-changing patterns that the kaleidoscope offers you. They become truly interesting when you point it at the shining pillar gleaming in the sky. There's this shining pillar that gleams in the sky that's a straight line from sky to earth. It's visible throughout the world, no matter where you are. And this is, you know, something the gods made. And this is apparently true. Real. It's there. And that's also the place where if you are a good, you know, good with your faith, you act according to faith, you go on the top of the pillar. Otherwise, you go at the bottom. So if you are a lowborn man and you act as a lowborn, you'll go above the pillar. Okay? So that's, you know, something that keeps in check people. You are a lowborn, act as a lowborn. You go up the pillar. That's good. In your mind's eye, one battle follows another, filling your ears with clanging steel and the yeah, that's the sound horses make, right? I don't know, of horses. You are leading the Imperial Army now. Everybody's so proud of you. Grandfather says you are better than Stefan. And father's stern voice cuts your daydream short. You lost all track of time. It's evening now. Let's go, plus 10 willpower. There we go. We are now at 5, we were at -5. Ready for action. We are not exhausted anymore. Nice. How did you get your hands on this toy, Tasto? Why aren't you studying? Give it to me. You will have double the lessons tomorrow. Fine. Fuck you. I got my willpower back. Look at my willpower now, father. Sweet temptation. Ooh. The Baroness is back? Grandfather's visits are no longer a cause for fear and panic in the house. He has become something you are used to, something nagging, yet not unordinary, like a splinter or stain on your trousers. The tension still remains, however. Sir Gregor's disdain for everyone in the house is so palpable. It almost stings for real. Your lessons with the tutor are done for today. You are walking down the stairs when you spot Gloria peeping into the sitting room through a slightly open door. You sneak up on your sister and tap her lightly on the shoulder. She's startled. "Oh, it's you, Tasto. Look, Sir Gregor's eating something." Grandfather is sitting on the sofa, flipping through a book with one hand and reaching for a glass bowl with another now and then. Inside the bowl you see candied fruit, a sweet confectionery forbidden to the common estate, like all sweet things. Oh! Your grandfather's face shows no pleasure as he keeps consuming the high-born treats. Oh, these treats are just for noblemen. We are too low for sweet things, see? It's a life lived, but it's also, it was also explicit in the other stream we did. The clock strikes 3. Grandfather rises from his seat, puts away the bowl on a shelf and leaves for the yard. He always takes a walk in the city at this time. Gloria nudges you with her elbow and looks at the candy bowl when you look at her. The first emotion you feel is fear, but next comes curiosity, and it's stronger. Stefan used to boast that candied fruit tastes incredible, and now you have a perfect opportunity to try it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna try. You try candied fruit first. The sugar starts to melt as soon as you put it on your tongue. It's so sweet. You've never eaten anything as good as this. You take the whole bowl off the shelf and give it to your sister. She takes a fruit and brings it to her mouth, carefully, like a rare treasure. There's a thumping on the stairs, footsteps accompanied by the knocking of a walking stick. You have no idea why, but grandfather is back. You quickly hide behind the sofa and pull Gloria after you, but she's frozen in place with the bowl in her hands. The door opens, grandfather's menacing figure advances on Gloria. His hand seizes her arm. "You squalid, ungrateful, low-born child. How dare you bite the hand that feeds you? You and your trollop of a mother would be sleeping in a ditch if it weren't for my spineless son. The sweet and pleasant things in life are for the noble estate, not for the likes of you. Did you forget your lot?" His hand swings and hits Gloria on the cheek. She falls to the floor right next to where you are hidden. Her fingers glisten with the warm, melted sugar that brought you here. Grandfather advances again, his walking stick ready, but then he sees you huddling behind the armchair. "Please don't hurt me. Please don't hurt him, Sir Brante. This is all my fault. He tried to stop me." You can already see a bruise on Gloria's cheek. This is only the beginning of her punishment. Gloria was caught red-handed. Like you can still avoid your punishment. I won't. What is it then, milksop? What's a milksop? Did you try the sugar too? Or were you milk? Like I'm a child? I'm a kid? Did you try the sugar too? Or were you trying to stop this piece of filth? Like she says. Ooh, I can mock him? Ooh. I'm gonna tell the truth. I would be, yeah. I mean, I can mock him, but Gloria, then it's war. You're gonna join me. I'm not gonna trust a woman in this situation, no. That's why I live a miserable life. Yeah, Enigma, don't worry. I'm gonna tell him the truth, though. That's, no question. I did eat the candied fruit with her. Yeah. Too bad it was a woman, really. We could have mocked him. You stand up and tell the truth, even though it takes you an effort to do it. You actually ate a candied fruit, but Gloria only touched it. You hope this will help your sister avoid punishment. You are quickly proven wrong. Grandfather's face is red with rage. He strikes you both with his walking stick, blow for blow. Well, come on, it's war now. He keeps hitting you until he grows tired, and when he leaves you, and then he leaves you where you are. Soon enough, Mother comes in to find the two of you on the floor, too afraid to move. She shakes her head in disappointment. You are badly hurt and covered in bruises, yet she still forces you to kneel and recite the precepts on the lots and how important it is to follow them. See? This is too real, man. Then you stand before father and grandfather and swear never to take things that do not belong to you again. So relationship has improved with Gregor. It was -2, right? Yeah, +1. Now it's -1 in difference. Willpower went down 5. Perception went up 1. I'm inquisitive now. What does that mean, though? I know, Enigma, I know. It's not easy, not even for me. Oh, this event is a consequence of your previous actions. The ant farm. Conditions met, perception is more, equal or more to 4. Okay. Okay, I'm taking a very quick break though. Because, man, it's tiring. I bet it's tiring to see this, even if we are 7 now, I think, here. Yeah. I don't know why, guys. But it's so cool, man. It's such a cool game, man. I like it. And, it's also fair. I like the choices, which usually are the problem of these kinds of games. They are fair choices. I like it. And the events, are very specific. They are not big events necessarily, but they are things so specific that for sure, these are the things in life when you grow up that kinda steer you one direction or the other. Yeah, but life is cool. I mean, I lived most of these things. Not in this way. This is an imaginary world, obviously, with due perspective. But I don't know, yeah, these things in life happen. I mean, the grandfather is a kind of man. I knew those kinds of men. The mother is the typical mother. It's the typical woman, I would say. She doesn't live well, but she still prays the gods, which are basically the cause of her suffering. But she still does, she still respects her social role. This is women, right? Oh, sorry. I hit the mic, sorry. Must be Enigma's influence. So yeah, I mean, and there's the Gloria is another kind of woman. she's growing up. I'm very curious to see where she will end, because she's experiencing in her education the problems firsthand, but so did her mother, I guess. But still, her mother grew up to be a faithful servant of the society that oppresses her. Isn't that the condition of women today? Aren't they fighting, I don't know, side causes which won't change anything about their condition, because in the end, at the end of the day, they end up praying the gods that oppress them? Questions. I leave these questions to you. I don't know if Twitch will be okay with me asking these questions. Mr. Twitch, can I ask these questions? Okay, sorry, let me take a very quick break. Man, yeah. I bet it's heavy to see this game. It's also heavy to read all of this, but I'll be right back. Should I leave you with music? No, it's so anticlimactic. I'll leave you with the screen. It will be just 30 seconds or so. Okay, here I am. Let's go on. The Ant Farm. Oh, and staff guitars. I'm going to bring Senar very soon. I can't wait, man. I can't wait. Maybe if it's a game where there are multiple choices, you can see my choices. Who knows? And then I'll see yours. No, I'm burnt out. I need to lurk and plant roots. Plant your roots, my man. To re-energize. I understand you, Muramatsu. I completely understand you. I just hope you are enjoying the history, the story. I'm also kind of lurking, but listening everything very well. Gloria, very well. So the Ant Farm, an unexpected event. We triggered this with our behavior. Your younger brother Nathan is growing. Mother spends more time with the rest of the family now. You help her and play with your brother and take care of him when she asks. You often go to Mother's room to sit at the foot of her bed after Nathan falls asleep. She reads you the sacred books and asks you about the things you learned that day. During these moments, you see the world through her eyes as well. I'm probably finishing this story and then, it's enough. It's a heavy game. One day the door of your room opens and she brings in a large box covered with a piece of cloth. It's rare for you to see her so overjoyed. She sets the box on the floor and removes the cloth. Ooh, there's a box? That's nice, but I have a question there. Yeah, what's in the box though, Mother? What's in the box? The box under the cloth is made of glass and has a wooden base. Inside you see a layer of earth shaped into carefully crafted passages, and these passages are full of hard-working ants. Tasto, this is my gift to you. An ant farm, see? See? Because ants have, the social mindset. They all respect their roles, etc., right? It's a rigid society. See? It's a little world in a small box, see? We can watch them through the glass. Mother, but when we look at the ants, maybe the ants are looking at us. Who's looking who? Mother. Look, this is the queen ant. She's the reason all these little ants were born. Yeah. You sit by the box together. You hold your breath as you watch the ant colony at work. There turns out to be a method to the ants' chaotic movement. Every single one of them has a task to perform. Yes. Some of them have larger mandibles. I think. They are the protectors of the colony. They can draw blood from your fingers. Others walk all around the colony, repairing the walls and clearing any debris from the passages. There are also workers who collect food you put in a special tray. Leaves, bits of meat, maggots, and bring it to the rest of the colony. You take a worker ant and put it right next to the food. However, the insect has no interest in it. It starts circling around the tray aimlessly. Mother takes the stray ant and puts it back where it belongs. See? Why did you do that, my son? The ants cannot do what they weren't born to do. Each of them was born for their own job. Fuck you, mother. You shake your head slowly. If only the ants could do whatever you wanted them to. This is your gift now, so they belong to you. Or maybe mother's presence is the reason they want to obey you. Keep playing with mother or play by myself. No. Well, I'll play by myself, woman. Leave me alone, woman. It's the world you like, isn't it? You move away from mother and pull the glass box toward yourself. She looks at you in surprise, but she gave it to you. It'll be easier to learn about the ants on your own. Mother sighs and stands back up. 6, sighs, 6, 6. Very well, I understand. You want to find your own answers. You've grown up so quickly, my son. The door creaks quietly as it closes and you are left to your own devices. You spend a long time watching the ants at work, and when you decide to go outside and find them some bugs to feed on. And then you decide to go out and find them some bugs to feed on. Once your all is in the tray, you note which bugs they drag away and which they leave untouched. Unity -1, disagreements. Fair. This is how close and trusting your family is. It affects the fate of your family members. Well, it also affects us, as far as I understood. So we are kinda, we have to do our thing, but also, a good family will help us well-being. Day after day, you keep the tray full of food, provide the insects with plenty of water, and remove dead ends from the farm. Your tiny subjects still refuse to change their peculiar ways. It's just as Mother said, the ant farm is exactly like the world we live in. The ants will never know that you are there. Yes, so we are experiencing the God, right? There was an example about this, but still. We are basically the gods to these ants. And perception grows, +1. I'm inquisitive, which is how I am. See, I'm growing to be myself. That's good. Revelation, learn the ways of the world. New achievement. Insight, event has happened. Yes, play with the ants. You experience an insight when your mother tells you about the ways of the world and the lots of its inhabitants. Yes. Okay, let's do another one. Ooh. This is Shining. Destiny. Yes. Well, obviously, basically we are writing our memories. That's the story. You know, this is the story inside the story. Okay. This is us writing our personal story. So this is our book, you know, the book we are writing. Okay. Yes. Yeah. Okay. The sacrament. Father and mother have been focused on Nathan and you since early morning. Instead of breakfast, you are told to say your prayers, wash your hands and faces, and get dressed in plain white shirts. Today is the day of your sacrament. This is Nathan. Mother, I want to go play in the yard. No playing today. You and Tasto are big boys now. I'm a big boy, Mom. It's time for you both to have your first sacrament. No one can live without a lot. I don't want a lot. Be quiet and listen. This is Robert, our father. You were born commoners, so you must accept the lowborn lot before the twins, which are again the gods. When you grow up, you will get a chance. You will get a chance to earn a noble lot. Chance to earn a noble lot. Father and mother take you to the carriage. Nathan is hungry. He starts whining. Grandfather is the last to get in the carriage. His eyes are on you and your brother, looking for every fault. Soon, the carriage is moving along the streets of Anisot, slowly and solemnly. I don't know. Saluto al volo, Erwan. Grazie. Non posso restare purtroppo, dovrei recuperarmi i VOD di questo gioco. Sembra interessante, è molto bello, molto, ma nemmeno oggi non posso. Mi dispiace, Erwan. Grazie comunque di essere passata. Sì, te lo consiglio assolutamente. Ce n'è solo uno, l'abbiamo giocato solo una volta per ora, ma è molto molto bello, interessante, molto profondo, devo dire. Per ora sembra fatto molto bene, quindi sì, te lo consiglio. Assolutamente. Poi se mai aprirò un canale YouTube, penso che passato abbastanza tempo che io me lo sia dimenticato, penso che poi ne farò un'altra serie in italiano. Quindi grazie Ruan, grazie anche di aver parlato, sempre un evento. sì, no, ma te lo consiglio già, guarda, se vuoi, altrimenti insomma tra un mese o 2 mesi, se sarò ancora qui a fare queste cose, lo porterò in italiano direttamente. Comunque grazie davvero e buon proseguimento di giornata. Sorry. Solemnly. Okay. Soon the carriage is moving along the streets of Anisot, slowly and solemnly. One more turn and you'll see the colossal white building marked by 2 massive pillars. For the first time in your life, you are to enter the Church of the Twin Gods. A te, Juan. Oh God. You enter the gate and walk under the splendorous dome of the church. The church hall is divided into 2 halves. They are drastically different from one another. The floor on one side is rough and jagged and covered in dried brown spots, while the floor on the other is made of smooth marble. The commoners kneel on the jagged floor, and the well-dressed nobles and their families sit on pews. Oh, the pews are these ones, I think. Yes. Oh, I see. Yes. Father and grandfather leave you to sit on one of the nobles' pews. Me? Father and grandfather leave me to sit on one of the nobles' pews? But I'm not a noble, right? Mother walks to the rough stone on the commoner's side and gets down on her knees. You see her wince in pain for the lowborn estate that shall suffer in the house of the faith. The church acolytes surround you and lead you to the altar where you and other children will take your sacrament this day. So I'm a noble? Am I a noble? No, right? I'm a lowborn. Yes, I'm not a noble. Before you stands a tall priest. Oh, I keep saying priest. I don't know why. Before you stands a tall priest dressed in black, with a sword in one hand and a hefty whip in the other. Nathan's whining grows louder. He dislikes this place. He's scared. You remain quiet, but your stomach roils in uneasy anticipation. The first child to take the sacrament is a jaunty little boy from a family of nobles. The priest extends the sword before him and recites the words of his lot. From this day forth he will fight and rule and pursue the arts, his mind now forever free from the throes of suffering, for he now belongs to the noble lot. The boy proudly touches the flat of the blade with his lips. Nathan is next to receive the sacrament. He suddenly snaps out of his fearful trance and tries trance? We say trance in Italian, right? Trance. We say trance, but still. He suddenly snaps out of his fearful trance and tries to break free, but the acolytes pulls him towards the altar and throws him on the jagged floor on the lowborn side. The sharp edges bite into Nathan's knees as he lands, spraying drops of red around him. This is Nathan. I don't wanna. Tasto, why do they want to whip me? What did I do? I don't know. You try to break free and run to Nathan's side. You want to give him courage and protect him, but the acolyte's grip on you is too firm. You feel utterly helpless. Your little brother has to face the world all by himself. The priest starts reciting the words of the lot as he swings the lash over Nathan's shoulders. From this day forth, Nathan, thou shalt endure and walk and suffer. Thou shalt be ardent in thy labor and humble in obedience to thy rulers. And now cometh thy first true suffering, which thou must accept with gratitude. I think they say thou, but I say thou. Makes more sense, and it's also, well, just an earlier pronunciation, I think. The lash cracks. Oh, I see. The lash cracks. It strikes his right shoulder. It strikes his left shoulder. The blows are so powerful that Nathan falls to the floor. The priest tells him to rise. He has received his lot. Nathan gets on his feet and drags himself towards Mother, his knees torn and bloodied, his spirit broken. It's your turn. Your feet will not move. You can barely muster enough strength to walk to the altar. You get down on your knees and feel the sharp stones below, so sharp your clothing cannot protect you. Your skin begins to burn. The acolyte forces your head down, and you feel the lash being drawn above you, ready to strike. The priest's words are for you now. This is thy sacrament. Thou shalt work and endure and suffer. Thou art about to receive thy first true suffering by the sacred lash. Dost you accept thy lot? No way. Catch the lash. Kiss the sword? Wow. Nah, I won't do that. I don't want to be a noble. I don't want to be a lower. If I have a pickle with the system, it's with the system. It's not about me being on the, on the receiving end, on the bad end of the deal. It's about the deal itself. So no, I'm gonna catch the lash. Not gonna accept it, but not gonna kiss the sword. I don't want to be a noble. I want no nobleman, no lowborn. If I have a pickle with the system, I'm gonna catch the lash. The lash strikes, but your hand flies up and intercepts it before it can reach your shoulder. The leather whip leaves a deep cut on the palm of your hand. Blood starts dripping down your arm, soaking your humble shirt with red. The furious priest yanks the lash out of your hand. The acolytes grab you by the arms again. You will not be given a second chance to interrupt the sacrament. The lash cracks, hits you on the right shoulder. You grit your teeth. Your back barely hurts at all. The real pain comes from the cut on your hand. The lash strikes again, this time on your left shoulder. You rise and walk away from the altar, swaying. You see things with surprising clarity right now. A timid hand touches yours. It's Nathan, his tearful face a mixture of confusion and awe. Mother takes your hand and leads you out of the church. Once you are outside, she scolds you for being insubordinate. Grandfather is the last to leave his church. His face is covered in red, angry blotches. There is a quiet fury in his voice as he says something to Father, who remains quiet and miserable as you walk to the carriage. You defied a powerful will that day. There is fear inside you. You fear that this will might one day destroy you. Perception -1, determination +1. Yeah. Okay. Well, yes. You have taken your first sacrament and received the commoner's lot. Fine. I don't care. Childhood's end. The mark left on you by the sacrament takes a long, long time to heal. Mother says it's a reminder of your lot. Suffering and sufferance, pain and patience. Gloria shows you the mark of the lash on her shoulder one day. It will never disappear. Yeah, that's why. It's a mark, yeah. You are a commoner now. This is the lot you were born into. But Father keeps telling you to study hard so you may yet earn a different lot and become noble of the mantle. So there's social mobility, yes. You recall the past with warm sadness, when Stefan still lived with you, or when he wrote to you for a time shortly after he left. Now he thinks it's beneath him to write the commoners in his family. Mother didn't lock herself in the bedroom as often back then. This changed shortly before Nathan was born. But most importantly, you missed the time before the terrifying figure of your grandfather was constantly looming over you. You learned the true power of the lot only after the head of family's arrival. In grandfather's eyes, no commoner deserves to be treated with kindness. Is this just him, or is it the way of the entire world? The very thought makes you queasy. You are older now, and what's more, you are an elder brother now. You've learned how to take care about someone else, how to teach and protect. Soon you are a small boy no longer. As the days pass, play gradually gives way to laborious study. Now your choices will decide your place in the bizarre and ruthless world of adulthood. Your childhood years are over. This is our childhood then. We were born 1118. Yeah. Brother and sister sacrament we had, yes. Your life in this world begins, how will you live it? Then we had the brothers and sisters sacrament. Stefan and Gloria's. Yes, your siblings, Stefan and Gloria, took their first sacrament at the temple. Yeah, we saw that. Then Nathan's birth, my younger brother. So he is 4 years younger. Yes, when we were 6, grandfathers returned. Gregor Brante returned to the family home from the capital. Then we had the ants, the experience with the ants, and our sacrament. You have taken your first sacrament and received the commoner's lot. And here ends our childhood. Yes, soon you are a small boy no longer. As the days pass, play gradually gives way to laborious study. Now your choices will decide your place in the bizarre and ruthless world of adulthood. Your childhood years are over. Well, personal qualities that you have accumulated in childhood, they will convert into adult qualities at the end of chapter 2, adolescence. Next one, adolescence. So determination is 3, I'm active. My perseverance and strength of character, my ability to get my way, it affects my frame of mind and the skills I have when I grow up. Perception is 4, I'm inquisitive, represents how attentive I am to other people and the world around me, your ability to comprehend and learn. It affects my frame of mind and the skills I have when I grow up. Your inner strength and the number of lesser deaths that you have experienced. These qualities will stay with you for your entire life. Willpower is 0, ready for action. So I ended up my childhood with no real willpower yet. My remaining inner strength and readiness for action. I spend it on difficult choices. Untouched by death. This is interesting. After suffering a lesser death, one is reborn. One who dies a true death faces the judgment of the twin gods. What's a lesser death, right? This is probably left to, imagination by design, on purpose. Still, it's very interesting, right? I guess true death is physical death, and maybe there are other deaths that are not physical. Or maybe, reincarnation or rebirth is a thing in this world. We still don't know. Are we gonna continue? Yes, because then I exit. Let's have a peek. I like to peek. There we go. We are 8. Childhood is over. Adolescence starts.
I was growing up fast. The school, the streets, and the whole wide world awaited me beyond the gate of my parents' house.
There we go. We'll end here. Maybe I'll play a bit of Super Mario. Why not? Yes, why not? Come on. Just, 20 minutes or so. Or should I end it here? I don't know. We are 9 though. You like this game, huh? I hope so. I'm happy if you like it. It's a great game in my opinion. Yeah, for now, we'll see. We'll see. Adolescence. How do I exit again? Maybe I have to click. You've lived in this world for 8 years now. As you grow older, life grows more complex. The world of your childhood was limited to your house and family, but now that realm is expanding. It also includes your neighborhood, the nearby houses, the streets of the ancient city of Anisot. I see. A question now looms over you, growing more pressing with each passing year. What will your place be in this vast outside world? Few people in the blessed Arcanian Empire trouble themselves with this question. It's not within a man or woman's power to choose. Their destiny is predetermined by their birth and those who bore them. And yet your peculiar birth has granted you a choice. Your father is a man of nobility, a worthy example in matters of duty and honor. Your mother is a commoner of lowly estate, humility and patience made flesh. And your sky is ablaze day and night with the life of the shining pillar, the beacon of the clergy. Your back bears the bark of the lash. Will you accept the drudgery and suffering that is the lot of the lowborn for your entire life? Or will you follow in the footsteps of your father and your father's father and fight for the right to serve the empire as a noble of the mantle? Oh, I see. Perhaps will you follow the twin gods' word and offer spiritual guidance to others? The answer lies out there in that vast, terrifying world. What awaits you beyond the walls of your home? Okay, we'll leave it here. Heavy. It's a heavy game. But could it be any different?